We're Canadian Computer Collector, and we're here to say...
We're the biggest, baddest collectors in north of the USA.
Yes.
Are we live right now?
Yes, we are.
All right. Excellent. How's it going, folks? Canadian Computer Collector here, and I, of course, am hanging out with my brother Stack, and someone you might recognize from a previous project, our man D-Mans, or Damien, or D-Mans.
Indeed.
So, I'll be... Wait, no, I can't be D-Mans as well. You could be S-Mans.
Yeah, I guess. You'd be CCC Mans?
You can be Smans.
You could be CCC Mans.
I'll be
Let's go.
Mans.
I think that's a real name.
So today, what are we doing? We've got a whole bunch of stuff that Stace and I picked up recently, sitting on a desk over there, and we're gonna grab some of it, just sort of like one by one, and take a look to see if it works, test it out. D-Mans has a wealth of knowledge in computing and networking and gaming.
And also we'll be sniping parts from this to see what he wants to make his XP LAN rig out of.
LTT store.
Oh, you got the LTT screwdriver.
Of course, you got LTT screwdriver.
Damien's
man.
also, he's one of the old LAN boy, LAN homies. You know, he's got some LAN experience under his belt. Oh,
I just realized that all the screws are out of my Framework mini PC right now. So
Oh yeah, we should talk about that too. Okay, so
yeah, I'm gonna put them back in before we get actually started.
a couple
with stuff.
interesting developments. So first of all, turns out my jaw is hollow. Second of all,
I saw those X-rays.
Your
It's
boxing
gnarly.
career, Dad. It's over before it started.
second of all, it's a good thing I've never been in a fight as an adult man, because apparently I would have died. Anyway, so my second of all, my brother purchased a what's it called again?
Framework.
A Framework laptop PC package for how much was it? Like
$269 for the motherboard and CPU,
yeah.
and then I think it was like $45 for the little case.
Okay, sweet. So he ended up picking up this, and we'll show a clip of it or a picture of it at some point, but it's a sweet little package. Really, it's a bit moody because we're running an eGPU with it right now. But
I think it's the CMOS battery. It's supposed to be rechargeable, but I don't think it's holding a charge.
yeah, we've had to pop CMOS a couple times.
Oh Jesus! On those things, can you add like a second NIC into them, like a second network card?
I don't even have one network card in here.
Yeah,
right
it
now,
needs.
actually.
Okay.
It
I'm
needs,
running it through the dock.
It needs a
come
network card.
It didn't go with that. Actually, I bought a broken Dell laptop that I'm going to be salvaging a bunch of stuff from, but that'll
Okay.
all be in a video in like about a month.
Yeah, it's a cool little machine, and we're streaming from it right now, so it's doing a great job. We're streaming, I think, at 1080p if we can.
Hope so.
We've got a 1063 gig that doesn't have a fan strapped into the enclosure because it came with a case fan on it and it was too thick.
We're at
Interesting.
1080p
All right.
if the Lord will allow it. But right now, it's doing a great job. We have had it was funny. We had it set up on, like, right now we're looking at a big television right now that has the streaming setup on it, but we had the Framework thing on the right side, I guess, and then we moved it to the left, and by just simply moving it to the left, it no longer would work. And so Stace had to pop the CMOS battery and get the whole thing restarted again. So there's a bit of a learning curve with these Framework machines, but it's doing a good job so far.
I should just buy a battery.
Probably wouldn't hurt.
Yeah.
Like an actual laptop battery so I can just maintain power when it's not plugged in.
Maybe.
Yeah, probably not the worst idea. Where did you say that thumbnail was again, Stace?
CCC shared working folder and then thumbnails.
Oh, there we go. Of course. Of course. Okay. So I'm just quickly sharing this live stream onto the gram of Insta, and then we're going to get down to business, folks. Talking about business,
So
folks.
where do we want to start? Do we want to start newer or older?
Let's start newer, because
Alright.
we'll work our way down. That's the exciting stuff. Okay, so Everything's Broken Garage stream is a bit fuzzy. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll take a look to see what's going on there. It should have been pretty tight. I'm kind of
Check the bit rate.
we're kind of blowing out a little as well.
Want me to
Yeah,
turn
white
off one of the
balance.
lights?
We might need to try the center one. See what happens there. We're gonna try and improve this. Yeah, okay, a little more. Maybe try that one too.
Yeah.
You know what? It's not the worst.
No.
It's the problem is I'm really white.
Yeah, off was better for that one. Yeah, for both.
Yeah, let's try off for that.
Oh wow! Look at that.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Oh, you know what it is?
Oh,
I
the
see the
hallway.
issue. Aha!
Look at that. Okay. Now, do you want to try just the center? No, it's still blowing out. Okay.
Got a lot of
All right.
natural light coming in today.
Okay, so let's get this train onto the tracks, gentlemen.
Wow, that's so surprisingly
Let's
fast
start
for the modern era.
rolling. Applebee's has riblets.
All that you can eat now, riblets.
When I was a kid, I used to like singing that song, and then I would say, riblet. Oh, it says the camera's trying to autofocus.
Oh, you know what? That's probably because I keep walking up in front of it.
What if we go like this?
Or
Yeah,
is it
I'll
just slightly
focus
too
again.
far away?
Seems
How's that? Is that good?
good.
Is that decent?
Yeah, it just I think I kept walking too close to it.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Yeah.
Rib.
McRibs, yeah.
Okay, so let's take a look at some of the stuff. Guess move some keyboards out of the way.
Okay.
Guess- where is the pile? Is it all of this stuff, Dan?
That's everything, yeah.
Okay. Well,
Should we start with some Mobos?
sure. I'll grab a power supply. Jesus Christ.
What do we got here for motherboard? Starting off with a P5N32 SLI SE Deluxe.
SLI.
It is times 16 on both slots.
Sweet. What are we looking at? Like DDR? DDR2? Haha.
DDR2. Two 512 meg sticks. We got a gig total.
Oh, yeah.
A whole gig.
Yeah, we're cooking with oil and gas now. Everything that built Canada. Okay, let's take a look at the chat here, folks. We gotta catch up on some chat.
Paper towel for the CPU.
Oh, right.
See what's going on there.
All right, Jeremy's Hillbilly
so,
Shack. How you
Yeah.
doing, Jeremy? Everything Broke Garage. We've already said hi, but Ryan, you know you are one of my favorites. Retro Techie, what's up, dude? I saw you were gonna play with your ColecoVision Atom. That seems like a good idea.
Dan, where do you keep the ISO?
ISO should be in the kitchen closet or kitchen cupboard, just above all the camera gear stuff.
Aha.
Just want a good dry wipe.
Now we can have a good night. I remember I had a call center job once, and one guy was just like, "Hey man, did you know you can get kind of drunk if you just suck the little sanitizing things that they give you to wipe your keyboard down?" And I was just like,
That's horrifying.
I was like, "Yeah, you know what? I know how much money we both make, and I know you don't pay rent, so I don't think you need to do that."
It's a good way to go blind as well.
Yes, exactly.
XPRT, how you doing? Greetings. Everything's broken. Thank you for reminding us of the camera stuff,
What do you
Ryan.
got for a CPU?
And the McRib. Can
What is
you
it?
Forget the McRib?
Pentium D
Pour some out
930.
for the McRib. Okay, so Pentium D.
I gotta feel like that's
Yeah.
probably pretty not great.
Well, let's
It's
load it
okay.
up.
Like I was playing Call of Duty 2 on that.
Oh
Back
no,
in
I'm
the day?
thinking of. I was thinking of Pentiums after Pentium was no longer like the top line.
Two of
stuff.
that.
Like the
that goes
core
through
and two
focus.
duos and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I was thinking DDR2 would already be around that era, wouldn't it? But
Steve, how you doing?
I think
Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah, DDR2 might be.
no. Okay, well,
Yabba dabba
do we want to just take the air compressor to this? Just like blow it all before we start
Yeah, you
connecting
absolutely
pins.
could. Grab that there. I'm just gonna try.
Video card
because
might be a good idea on that too.
We're
Oh yeah, so if you go there, PCIe is the closest one to you.
Okay.
It's just a little dark, so I'm gonna see if I can affect the lighting without directly putting it in our faces. Does that blow out your skin at all?
I think here we go. I'm going to take the monitor out of the equation. Well, my other problem is that, like you, I'm also very white.
Okay, that's not terrible.
Would you want a bunch of 90s
have a
Apple
thought,
Power
actually.
PCs?
Hang
Jaywalk 9000 asks.
Absolutely.
Dan says absolutely.
So let's go with an 8800 GT 512 meg.
Hell yeah, let's go. I think I got that card for $5.
It's a good deal.
Well, I mean, they actually became valuable after like a year or two later. They were already up to 30 or 40, which is a lot for obsolete hardware. And
Express.
yep. And we got
Okay. Well, our white skin is our downfall. I'm just like, where does my forehead end and my nose begin? You know what I mean? Like, just.
Oh, that's PCIe.
It's-
Could you wear a hat?
oh, hey, yeah, there's a thought. I've got one with a really long brim, too. It kind of,
Like that guy with the really tall hat at Wayland? Oh man, so no LTX next
it's a
year.
Lilyhammer
Really?
94.
Yeah, they said yesterday. Oh wow, it matches your shirt.
The tiny microphone interviews was like the funniest thing.
That microphone was surprisingly good.
Yeah, it was. It was fantastic.
Well, we ended up using my Note 9 because it was the only thing we had with the microphone jack with us.
Fair enough.
I don't
So
know if this is helping, but here we are for the meantime. Okay, so Pentium D930. What
All
are we
right.
looking at?
uh,
Recommended customer price $178.
yeah, we just need to see if post. We don't need to put anything on there, right?
Not really.
Yeah, exactly.
The monitor
This
would
release.
probably.
Launch date Q1
Yeah, maybe.
2006. It's a
2006?
32-bit processor.
I think I just got into high school. Here.
Yeah, that was 06 was my grade 11 year.
Base frequency 3 gigahertz. Nifty.
We got an LED.
Gifty.
Ho, 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 ho. That's what you like to see.
À la pouvoir.
Start shorting pins so
Jaywalk
something works.
9000, yes, the answer is absolutely.
That's
I
exactly
would
what I'm
love a
doing.
bunch of 90s power PCs. That would, I might get so excited, I might go blind for 30 seconds. All the blood will just be like...
Oh, there's
rushing out
a
of me.
nice bent PC in the corner there.
That's fine. It's just a reset.
Or bent
switch.
pin, I mean.
RetroTech,
Yeah.
I have Palico expansion
Not touching.
module. They want to donate to my channel. I want to use mine to play 2600 games. Ooh, that's juicy. That sounds pretty fun.
On DVD. Yep, digital.
Jaywalk, what's the best way to contact you? I'm heading to Minnesota to clean up my dad's collection. He had a stroke. Oh, wow, I'm sorry to hear that. Sounds like he must have been a really cool guy if he collected old 90s power PCs. Yeah, shoot us an email at CanadianComputerCollector@gmail.com. I think that's the best way to do it. And we would be happy to work with you.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any video output, hey?
Yeah,
Steve
nothing.
says, don't forget to check if MOBAs actually have CPU in them.
Okay,
this
turn
time."
it off.
We
Okay.
do. Yeah, turn it off.
Yeah, okay, so our friend Steve out in BC, we give hardware to all the time, and
Dead hardware, to be clear.
so he
Try a CMOS reset.
he ends up, yeah. So he takes the hardware and he's a really ingenious level dude who he strips motherboards for components and builds his own boards and things like that. So he's a really smart guy, and we tend to send him things that we can't figure out an answer to because we know that he can use them and Frankenstein them into other cool homemade pieces of hardware. But we sent him a board that I couldn't get to. What was it? I couldn't get it to. It wasn't post. It was something else. What was the term he used? Hang on, let me pull it up.
It's like when you disassemble stuff for components in Cyberpunk. He does that in real life. It's great.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, like, do you have any dead audio cards? Because they're really good for having like digital analog.
Oh yeah, the opera amp.
Yeah, I'm just like sure. I'm like, man, I don't even remember the last time I came across.
I couldn't. I couldn't get it to initialize. I think that's what it was. And basically, the problem was that there wasn't actually a processor in it. I was trying to boot it and
Wait, what?
test the thing because someone had put the cooler on the thing, so I just assumed there was a chip in it, right? Like,
That's fair.
I never even looked. I'm like, I can't get this thing to work. Like, it won't initialize, and then there wasn't actually a processor. So basically, he was doing a great job of cooling.
Pardon?
Would you like a zero caffeine
Yes, please.
Coke Zero?
Oh, is that what we're down to now?
Oh, yeah, I know you were drinking the zero. These ones are for the evening usually.
You bought them.
Well, I like the sparkling waters, but I've been cruising through those. So, what's the story with this guy so far?
I just did the CMOS reset with the battery.
Okay.
So we're going to see if it boots.
Give her a little jumperoo.
Oh, I
That's
should
what
tell people
Steve Irwin would have said.
that we are live.
Also, check out, so Material Dialectics, that's our friend Steve we were just talking about. Check out his channel. He's in the chat right now. He's got some really cool stuff he's cooking up. I don't know if it's out yet. I can't recall. But yeah, you should definitely check out his channel. Because he's going to be making really neat stuff, like controller boards for things, and it's all homemade. So yeah, worth your time.
He's dead.
You know what? Can't hurt. Just to double check the connection.
We should also try reseating the RAM and stuff, like just sort of the classic...
Or even just taking out a stick.
Yeah,
classic stupid
actually, the
stuff.
sticks are in the wrong slots.
Hey! Oh, you know what? If I had to guess why this is in a parts pile.
Yeah.
It wouldn't boot.
Right.
You know, it's funny how, like, we don't profess to be experts. I would say Damien is far closer to an expert than I could ever be. But, like, on the channel, I've learned a number of things over the last few years, and it's funny to see where different people's definition of broken lies. And I remember I bought a bunch of machines from a guy at one point who told me that they were all broken because they didn't have operating systems. And I was like, well, I'd be happy to take them off your hands. I can fix that. Yeah.
I looked at a friend's laptop
Thanks.
one time, and all it needed was a new hard drive. That's it. Told him it was
Yeah.
only $60. I even have an extra one. He's like, no, I'll just sell it to you.
Oh yeah, and especially sometimes they're like, oh, it won't turn on. I'm like, well, you just need like a $25 battery. Don't sell it to me. Buy a battery and just use it. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. Is the power supply on?
I can't remember. Is it O or I?
Eyes on.
Now it's on. I remember, like, right as the generation of laptops that still had spinning disk drives was about 10 years
Yeah.
old, so many people are like, my laptop is so slow now, and you look at it like, that is a dying hard drive. Put an SSD in, they're like, it's like a new computer, because it's also like a 40% speed increase.
I did it for a client just 2 weeks ago.
SSDs have to be probably one of the greatest jumps in tech that we've experienced in our lifetimes for PCs and Apple machines too, frankly. Like the fact that you can simply pop, in some cases, like a
She's dead, Jim.
$25 piece of hardware.
It's
into a
8800
machine.
GT's tested, right?
Yeah, it should work.
It should be.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah. Let's try one more card anyway, though. Is there onboard graphics actually?
There's not.
Okay, let's try one more card. Just
Really? They didn't have onboard
Sure.
graphics on those Pentiums?
No.
Okay,
I
because
think
I
it was
always...
actually more dependent on the motherboard back then.
what era is that?
Not the
Right.
CPU, 'cause they just put it integrated into the CPU recently.
Right.
If the 9700 is here, would that be too old?
No?
I mean,
Maybe?
too old's not a problem at this point.
That's
That actually
fair.
might be a solution.
Oh no, this is a card that I don't think works. This is the...
I've seen BIOS incompatibility with video cards before.
That makes sense. Actually, LTT had that thing with when they were walking around Whale Land.
Stack, if you can find the 9700, that would be a good one to try, because that's
I
like...
got a 9500 GT.
The 97 is like, for sure.
Okay, and you want to operate off of slot power only?
Which brand is the
Okay,
card?
perfect.
8800, so that would have been NVIDIA?
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we're gonna try this 9500 just because then we can.
Sure.
Yeah.
That said, we do know this power supply is fully tested. It's also basically brand new. I was using it to try and solve the GTX Titan problem, which is apparently where you install a Titan Black. Once the driver's installed, the screen goes black because you need to go into NVIDIA Control Panel and re-enable high power mode. But you can't get into NVIDIA Control Panel without
An
the
NVIDIA
Titan
card,
installed,
yeah.
and you can't have the card installed and still have Windows boot. And so you can't then change to a different card because it'll change the driver unless that card is a 7 series. And I just found out that Dan's Power Mac G4 that he built a Vista rig in has a 750 in it. So that's my next step. I wasted, I'm not even kidding, 20 hours on this 2
That
weekends
little
ago.
750 is great because it's a tester board that doesn't need power.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
You just drop it in anything and it's like,
The GTX 1060 is the new 750 Ti.
Actually, the 1660 is has kind of taken that throne a little bit.
Well, I was just going to say in that it's the cheapest card that will still run games decent.
Yeah.
Like, you can buy a 1060, I'm not kidding, I buy them all the time online for $40. 1660s are still like 100 if it mined and 150 if it didn't.
Sure.
But those, those 1060s, like, I mean, heck, the one that's streaming this right now was one of those $40 1060s, and they all come with a case fan strapped to them. I have no idea why.
because we're getting no love from this. Hey?
Nothing.
I'm just gonna
Yeah,
try
nothing.
hitting source.
Now we check. That's on digital.
Yeah. Okay.
Should we be trying analog source? VGA tends to be a little more reliable.
No VGA on the
Well,
cards.
all right. Let's. Dan, did you find that ATI card?
No, I don't know where the 78 or the 9700 is because I remember I put it in that XP build to test.
I'm like
9800.
fairly certain it's dead.
I don't know where it went.
Hold on. Wouldn't 9700 be AGP?
Do you want to
970
try,
AGP. Or not 970. 9.
We have a lot of
Come on.
8800 GTs.
Don't know where that graphics card went. Oh well, this place is a zoo.
Yeah, I mean, unless you want to try an HD 4500.
Jaywalk says board would probably have NVIDIA OBG or ATI OBG. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we're trying to do one of each here. I wonder if it's also dead RAM.
Could be.
DDR2. Let me find just a different stick and put one in. What is this?
I like that a lot of the newer boards give you like that LED that tells you basically what's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. Or beeps.
Yeah. Something. Just something.
Okay, 444.
The framework, the power LEDs have a 12 light cycle that they go through, and it goes through quick. And man, just sitting there trying to be like, okay, red, orange, blue, red, fuck.
I was gonna video it.
Oh, that would be way smarter than what just like, oh, I gotta catch it again.
Well, we can grab another board in the meantime, and then
Yeah.
if we want, we can come back to this one and try a different RAM in it.
Sure. All right.
This RAM is.
Do you want to put it maybe on the desk then for stuff we're gonna come back to?
Sure. Yeah. I'll just make a note.
Okay, this next one.
Test with RAM.
CPU is firing up. You can feel heat below it.
Yeah, it's warm. Man.
Shout out to John from Memory Express, who I got this all off of. Not because he was at Memory Express, but like he sold me this TrueNAS setup for $40. That was awesome. It was like a motherboard, RAM, two of the oldest SSDs I've ever seen, a 16 and a 32 gig. But all this stuff for $40. And then later on, he's like, "Hey, I've got some more stuff. Do you want it?" And that's what this is. I picked that up this week.
I've seen this board before. Oh, we got a few CPUs. There's more CPUs in the bag than I thought there should be.
Yeah. Oh, and
Workstation board.
and two I/O plates. One of which I assume is for this board, and the other one is for that TrueNAS board. That's what I was picking up. I was just supposed to pick up the I/O plate, and he's like, "Here you go."
Chris says, "Oof, F to what Stack just said." What's up, Dana? I got the email. Thanks a lot, Jesse. That is
About
okay.
the old SSDs. So you know what? 32 gig SSD is enough to install Windows 10,
It is.
but not enough to update.
So yeah, that's true. 64 gigs like the minimum.
Well, they let me
Possibly
do it, and I thought I'll just have another drive in there. We'll update off that, and I'll just.
Yeah, I turned a little 64 gig computer, like a mini 1 liter computer, into like a Sonos controller just this week actually. So
Oh, nice.
Windows 10 still installs on small computers.
This
Yeah,
looks like
so-
a Xeon board.
Yeah, this is more of a workstation board.
I bet you this thing needs
P9X.
ECC.
Not necessarily.
Do we know
So,
what the CPU is?
There's no CPU. There's a plate in there.
Oh.
So, but it's a P9X79. Just looking through the CPUs here.
79.
Yeah. We got an i3 2120 for the first CPU.
See, that's
Wait, Asus P9X79 Pro motherboard. This looks like the one. That's
Flex
nice.
the light.
Yeah, it might help. No.
Okay,
that's not
architecture, Intel X79, LGA
Yeah.
2011.
We got E6850 Core 2 Duo.
You know what's funny? I see like lower level i3s is so much worse than
6550
Core 2 Duos, even though Core 2 Duos are generally worse.
Oh, they are.
Okay,
The newer generations are better.
X79.
I know. It's just for some reason my perception of them is always
Okay. Yeah,
like Core 2 Duo. I think that was relevant for a little while there.
Yeah.
Core 2 Quad was weird. They should have just called it Core 4.
Okay, yeah, so this is like a 12-year-old chipset.
Mm-hmm. It's going to be Core 2 Duo.
X79 architecture, is that like Core 2 Duo stuff?
No, it's. I think that's newer. I might need to Google what kind of CPU it takes.
Yeah, let's see.
Just look up the compatibility list.
Yeah. We got two PCI Express 16 slots.
I am loving the heat sinks on this thing though. Those are wild looking.
Okay, compatibility. Oh, actually, this can handle quite a bit. Looks like 3rd gen i7s.
Okay.
Some 4th gen. Xeons.
Okay, so it's only 3rd gen i7s and Xeons.
Well, so i7 3800s, 39s, 48s, and 49s.
Extreme editions.
And then Xeon 1620, 1650, 2600.
Missing a battery too.
Oh, we got lots of those.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if we have.
You
do we
most
have
likely
chips that'll
wouldn't.
match that? Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
think
this
there's
is
anything
it's
sitting here.
workstation boards are a lot more rare.
Is this a workstation board?
Yeah, yeah.
It's a
more-
funky looking workstation board.
Yeah, because the 4 or 8 RAM slots.
Let's get a shot of that for the audience at home. Here. Look at this. It's even got foam on the back. But that is super cool looking.
Alright, well.
That's going in an aesthetic build. Alright.
Back in the day, the old
big,
LAN
yeah.
parties before I was even going to Baseland, my buddy Adam, he showed up with this motherboard, was a gaming board, that had actual 2 CPU slots on it.
Oh,
For a gaming
sweet.
board, yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was an Asus board.
What do you
And
do with that?
then,
Put two CPUs?
so it's like normally servers have 2 CPU slots on them.
Yeah.
So, but for a workstation or a gaming board to have it was a little bit different. So the games would still like play correctly. It would be
Yeah,
a
you could
decent.
probably sync them just like you would like a
It would treat them as one CPU.
like some of the old Apple machines, like G5s have like twin G5s. You know what I mean? Yeah, like that kind of thing. That's cool. It's funny
It's just
because like
from cores out.
building your own PC though, you rarely see like multiple CPU boards and stuff like that.
Yeah,
You know what I
exactly.
mean?
I'm gonna go grab that stuff. We got these CPU. Sorry, we got all these bags of like motherboards. So let's.
Bag of boards.
Okay, needs chip to test. That's what I'll put in here.
You know what we can call that one? Chips Challenge. Huh?
Oh, there's a shout out to a simpler time.
To 3.1 gaming.
Chips Challenge. I think we all remember that. All right, let's see what's going on in the chat here.
Low frequency hum.
Okay, this is
2011 V1 ECC required. Oh, Xeon
It is, okay.
E1200, ES2600, and 3rd, 4th gen. Yeah,
I like the name of this board.
Jaywalk's on the same page as us.
P155.
We got a. So check
oh.
this thing out.
Okay, so we have a low frequency hum on stream audio. Is there a fan going right now?
Yes.
Okay, let's kill that. X79 will make a really nice home lab.
Yeah,
No.
sorry. Dan had the kitchen fan going because I ripped a nasty one earlier.
Stack was farting in here with the windows closed. So
Speaking of that Core 2 quad you wanted,
Ooh.
we got a Q6600.
sweet.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's the P5Q Pro Turbo. The best name.
Turbo.
Let's look up
To
that
the
chip.
max.
I like how it's got every single color on.
DDR2 then?
We got.
Oh, I think we have some
Actually,
ECC
yeah,
DDR2
DDR2
in here too.
There's lots of
Well, this is
DDR2.
just regular Core 2 quad. so
Enzo,
there's no
how you
ECC.
doing? We are.
No, I
testing
just
hardware.
came across the ECC stuff that we pulled out of that Dell server last time. 1 gigabyte of DDR2, that should be plenty.
Okay, what are we looking at?
Does this one have onboard graphics?
Negative.
All right.
Well, those graphics cards out.
The
Yeah,
P5Q is the board?
Yeah.
Yeah.
P5Q Pro Turbo.
All right. This board is a LGA 775 socket T. 4 non-ECC
stick with the 9500
RAM
GT.
slots.
Yeah,
and
might as
total
well.
memory is 16 gigs. And what's the chip in there again?
We get a Core 2 Quad Q6600.
Don't start any forest fires with those PCs. Well, we don't have any
Can't
forest
guarantee
fires.
that.
Luckily, in this part of Canada, it's mostly plains.
Yeah, we're not doing any gender reveals, so it's fine.
Okay, so what do we got here? Q6600. This was launched Q1 2007.
Ooh, we got an LED.
2.4 gigahertz base frequency.
First signs of life.
Should probably plug in the monitor.
Well, let's hope it lives. Bring it back from the dead. Let's hope that it lives. Let's hope necromancy is not required here.
Enzo's actually not that late to the party because we started late. Thanks to my little framework mini PC being temperamental.
J-Wax says they might have a Xeon lying around. You know, it's funny, we did have a working Xeon lying around, but then we sent it off to our Homeboy Material Dialectics.
I don't know if it would have been the same gen though.
Oh, probably not, yeah.
It's not looking good so far today.
Nothing yet, eh?
Nothing yet.
Uh-huh.
I feel like we should grab a card that has VGA. I just feel like VGA is just the more robust connection.
Is this even a VGA board? Oh, no, sorry. I'm thinking of different. I'm thinking of AGP. Whoops. Enzo,
Oh, shut off.
good. Wait, shut off.
Yeah, probably hit, the core probably hit temperature.
Shoot.
Yep.
Oh, man. That's spicy. That fast.
Yeah, that was quick.
That's really fast, yeah. Okay.
I don't
Dicey.
think we have any, Two cards?
Probably start putting coolers on these.
Yeah, that's fair.
That got fast. Yeah, or that got hot fast.
CPU fired up at least.
We could also use a Radeon 9250.
Only VGA on this
Okay,
video.
that 9700 has to be nearby because it was used like not even a few days ago. I got 3 cards here that I've tested that I don't think actually work, but I don't have the heart to get rid of. One's an X800 Pro, one's an X800.
Oh, the X800s.
I had an X800.
This regular
XL.
X800 might work, but then here's a 1650 Pro, an X1650.
Let's go with the 800s because that's more in line with this.
Try
generation.
this card. I think this one works. I don't
Okay.
think that the Pro actually works. I'm gonna keep looking for that 9700 though, because
Well, we had a Q6600 PC that came with an 8800 GT in it.
I also have a 9800 Pro, but it needs 4-pin power, which I don't know.
Yeah, we still need a cooler for the CPUs.
Let's
like loose just on top.
yeah, let's find something. I'm sure
There
we
are
got
coolers in the CPU box, which is next to the fans.
We got this. We got this. What do you want?
This one.
This one?
This one.
Is it big?
Well, it doesn't. That one has those screws, so this can at least sit flat on it.
Makes sense.
9700 Pro, where are you?
You sure it's not in the machine that you're using to not trip over the cord?
Yeah, that one's empty.
It's
Oh,
very
okay.
empty.
And then this one has the 9800 in it.
Yeah, those Q6. You know the cooler that came on the Q6600 that we have in that other gaming PC was like a monster, but
Oh,
only
yeah.
one of the 2 fans on it worked.
Wait, this is the 97, I think.
I actually have one of the this Cooler Master cooler called the V8. It's got like the top heatsink, the tower, and then a second tower going to the side of it.
I'm pretty
Yeah, I
Each
had-
with its own fan.
I bought
pretty
an.
sure this is it. The 97.
Okay.
I remember I bought a Noctua twin tower that put the. Well, I guess maybe they changed the.
Here, try this out now.
Anyway, it was a 2-tower cooler, let's just say, and the fan went in between the two to suck the air through both.
Spot
Get
the
some,
tea, mate.
Yeah, so this is AGP, eh?
Do you have some thermal paste?
Yeah. Dan? Thermal?
Yeah, I think it's top right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, MX-5.
Yeah, Jaywalk says, put a cooler on that. Those Q6600s are spicy.
They are. Like, real quick.
All right.
Also, are we sure that's the right RAM slot? Is that
VHS movie, huh?
B1?
Yeah, always the last one.
I thought it was usually like the second one in.
Yeah, A2. Usually I put it in the last one. But doesn't really matter. That.
USB 1.1 to HDMI adapter will work. Yeah. Because we've just got those kicking around. We may have a lot of junk, but I don't think we've got any
All
of
right,
those.
gang, we're gonna on mute throw on a classic. You the man now, dog.
Via VHS.
You're the man now, dog! I was so into
Wow, can I hear
YTMND.
that TV? Holy.
There we go.
I am pleased to say that I can both slightly hear it, but also that like
It
my
is-
tinnitus is almost the same frequency, so it's not that bad.
It is so loud.
Yeah, you want to maybe can that down?
Is it hitting the mic?
Um,
Let's ask the chat. Can you hear the CRT
well,
noise?
I mean, it's hitting somebody here.
Oh, is it bad?
Oh yeah, it's
Oh, okay,
super
okay,
bad.
okay.
It's fine, but like you can leave it, but it's funny if anything.
Well, we can turn it off.
It's fine.
Does it bother you?
No.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay. I just
Yeah, I
remember
can
before
hear
I
it.
damaged
Yeah.
my hearing, I was much more sensitive to that stuff.
That's funny. Back in the day, I mean, that was
Yeah, I remember.
everything, right?
Yeah.
What a weird sensation.
Yeah, actually, no, that's gonna give me a headache. If, we did that.
That's rough. Finding Forrester can take a seat.
The good old Radiation
Wow.
King.
You're the man now, dog. Okay, USB 1.1 to HDMI adapter. will
If you
work.
want it, if you do want to keep that on though, we could take a monitor, use that RCA to HDMI adapter, and have it on.
Yeah, you know what? We may as well just figure it out for another day.
Yeah, we don't want to end up like XQC with our React to Forester content.
He's saying Core 2 slot RAM or RAM slot is important.
Is it? Yeah, it might.
Oh, let's see. Oh! Hey!
Things are happening. Something finally works.
Look at that!
Which card's in there? Is that the X800?
It was the X800.
Oh, sick. Okay.
So there may have actually been, like I said, blasting compatibility. Going
So
over
let's-
that.
Okay, wait. Can we test the other two?
Yeah, let's test the other
X
two.
cards. Yeah.
Because cards, other stuff didn't work in this.
Because I really, really wanted this X800 Pro to work. And I've got a 1650 Pro as well, but I couldn't get them going on the test bench that I was using before. But I think it might be because the test bench I was using was running the A8V Deluxe that I'm using, and that's an older.
Okay, yeah, it is.
But I used an
Older board.
X800 XL on an A8V Deluxe.
Maybe.
That was my gaming rig. That was my first upgrade from my A7N 8XE Deluxe with
Oh,
a
that's
9600 XT. And then I
I
went.
can't test these two. They're AGP.
Oh shoot. Okay,
Well, those would be good for XP land.
that's a good thing. Oh wait, one of these. I mean, I think this is the 9700, so we know that works.
This
That's
one.
AGP.
This is the work one.
That's the X800 that works.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And then this is the 16. No, this is the X800 Pro.
It makes sense
Yeah.
that the mic wouldn't have picked up the high pitched noise. Now that I'm thinking about it, because we have it on that auto correction to everything above.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
No,
I think
that's
that's a
a filter.
beautiful microphone.
Yeah, the Yeti X is so much better than the Yeti only because of its like magic with auto gain.
High pass filters are nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
God,
Well,
it's
I damaged my hearing tuning a low pass filter on my subwoofers in my Lexus.
Ooh.
That's how that all went down. I back in the iPod days when it would buffer a bit between tracks.
Yeah.
So I turned the screw to change the filter, and then I thought that I had paused it, but I guess I had hit it while it was in the middle, so it didn't pause. So I went back. I had enough time to walk to the back of my car, put my head in the trunk, and then bass hits.
Boom.
This
Yeah.
card might not be doing it.
This card's toasted. Not even the fans.
Well,
like
hold
it
on, hold on, hold on.
Oh, really?
Well,
Yeah,
before we
Does it need auxiliary power?
No.
yeah, sometimes to detect this thing needs to be turned off and on, but no.
Okay.
we're good.
No way. Okay, well then, Steve, I hope you're interested in an X800 Pro. Dang, that's a sweet card.
Sweet looking.
This Q6600 would probably make a decent basis for an XP rig.
Okay, so this guy we know is no good.
Yeah, no good.
Okay, and then
That's no good.
It's your
this
body.
is PCIe. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, this is the good one.
So I will make, or I'll just chuck this in the Steve box. It's easier.
128 meg video card.
Yeah, man.
I
So
remember.
that's what I started off with back in the day with my 9600. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it ran Counter-Strike 1.6.
True.
I mean, so did a computer with no graphics card at all, but like,
Okay.
ran it better.
So what's the next move here? What are we thinking, fellas? We know the board works, right?
Yeah, so
We have a PCIe card that we know works.
we
So
at
we're in
least
decent shape to test more things.
If you're thinking of this for your XP rig, Damien, we should maybe try to figure out a cooler that'll fit on the board.
yeah, we need a 775 cooler.
Is there one over there? There's a bunch of coolers.
Yeah. I don't think you have one.
Wouldn't be.
Oh, I do know where we do have one.
There might be one on a build right now.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm... Okay, so the black gaming PC
This guy?
was a Q6600. No, not that one. The
Oh,
one in
the
that
big-
corner
Okay.
was a Q6600.
This one, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
But here's the other side of it, though. Rather than putting this board in that, something that we could always look at would be to just build that back into a working computer. Which may not be what we want to do today. No, the far corner.
Does this one have anything in it?
That computer is already complete.
Already is kept.
Yeah, that one's.
Well, that's
sweet,
if you
yeah.
remember Chris Nelson, Canadian Rough Rider,
Yeah.
that's his. There's I got a picture of
Yeah,
that
he's an old
computer at
AYB,
Baseline.
lantern.
That's his old XP rig.
That's the case I used to have when I was a kid.
Welcome back, Retro Techie. You did not miss too much. We had one board that would not go. We had one board that
We could also
didn't
just-
have a chip.
We
to
could also
test.
just rip a sorry.
But this one is working. Yeah, no, it's all good. You guys can keep chatting.
We could rip a one from like stock cooler from because LGA 775. That's what you're saying, right?
Yeah.
So that should be even like the first gens of
Core I maybe.
Okay,
third or
then,
fourth. Would third or fourth gen be the same still?
I don't know.
Let's
Because I
let's
do have-
sideline this
hold on,
guy
I'll
for
grab
now,
Yeah, so we test something.
and then get the next one going.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you.
And then this is just a random cooler, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
it's loose on
It gets the job done, kind of.
Just,
That's nice.
that's
Yeah.
all the thermal paste you need.
Well, okay, it works, so that's what's important. And then this one we can put aside.
Would
We'll
this
say-
work? This is a third gen i5.
that might.
And it's
That's a
nothing is special.
spicy meatball, that one. Okay, so then I'm going to grab a board bag. Fresh board bag for Damien.
Thank you.
Or let's just you know what? Let's keep our eyes
Chuck her
open
in
for
there.
the time being.
Yeah.
Put that
Right
into
in
the
front
pile
of
for you.
Okay, and
And
then
continue with the test.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Jaywalk, you got to run. Okay. Well, have a great day. Have a great afternoon. Hope everything works out for you. Thank you so much for reaching out on that stuff. We got your email. I have seen the email. So yeah, we'll get to chatting.
Okay. Next bird.
Next bird. Oh, that might have been a bit loud.
sorry to the folks at home.
The microphone.
Oh, that's right, the microphone magic. Do you need these modular power supply cables?
Well, I just try to keep them near this power supply.
Oh, these are from here.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to not ever separate.
This is
them.
just a fresh power cord, eh?
Yeah. I
Okay.
never.
I'll just throw this with PC power for now.
Okay. So we got the next one up. Where's this bad boy?
Where's that label? Model Zeus 70 R1.04G. This is out of a pre-built computer, I think.
Okay.
What do we got here?
I got onboard Vidya though. From
Core
looks
2
of it.
Duo
Intel chipset.
E4700.
Samsung Zeus 70. Okay.
Samsung made it.
Apparently.
Weird.
Let's see what the deal is with this. Samsung motherboard featured Intel Q35 chipset, LGA 775 socket, supports DDR2.
Very good.
Standard ports.
Did this eBay listing say what it came out of? Let's see. Nope.
Well, let's.
Is there even like a mobile or a GPU slot on it?
There is, yep.
Oh, okay, okay.
Oh,
PCI
Okay,
Express.
okay. The Zeus
We'll need
70Fs.
some DDR2.
Right. Yeah, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, I had a feeling I made my caw noise right beside it.
All right, gigabyte of DDR2.
It's going over the RAM slot.
What machine did this come in? It looks like I'm getting a lot of stuff from this board from Korea.
Great.
Yeah, it says motherboard original Korea Samsung Zeus 70R1.
Yeah, you have to put your RAM in, then your card.
And then what was the chip in there?
It is a E4600? E4700 Core 2 Duo from Costa Rica.
That's
However,
nice.
we have a slight problem.
Which is?
There's no front panel connector for me to jump.
Oh, I found something that said, where are the pins on here? Find
Okay.
the power switch pins. Hi, everyone. I popped an old motherboard case.
Yeah, we need that.
All right.
Well, I found where they are, but I don't know which ones are which.
Okay, here it is.
Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that's all I do.
Oops. Do you need it again?
No.
It's one in from the top for power.
Yeah, okay.
Hook up.
First, let's put that one on there.
Just let's play it safe here. Yeah. Okay.
With the single, like, there's not enough thermal paste on there at all.
Excellent.
Will there be any thermal transfer?
Enough to start it.
Yeah, exactly. Then I'm sure it's fine.
Well, I'm sure it's fine. I need some 4-pin PCI or CPU. Yeah, that should do it.
These semi-modular power supplies are like,
Nice.
yeah. At least you're not going to lose half the stuff, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I heard the electricity just start going through there. I thought,
I think they're just.
yeah, just a little pain. Oh, that's what I heard.
Dr. Zayas. Can I play the piano anymore?
Sure you can.
Well, we couldn't before. You know what the best part is? When that part starts, there's just one of them apes is standing there like this with like one knee up and one hand like disc golf and just going like this. It's just, the animation is so good. I don't know. Love it.
All right. Let's see if we got this right.
Dr. Zayas.
Or
It just starts.
is it, maybe it's just set to do that?
Okay.
Okay.
And then it turns off.
That's fine. Some boards do that.
Oh, and it's back. Is there a spirit in the room?
Are we shorting anything out?
No. It some boards do that when you plug them in. Small form factor computers do that pretty commonly.
Oh, I see.
Do we get life?
Yes.
Life's good.
Uh,
It is in Korean.
I
It
take
is
that.
in Korean.
All right.
oh.
This might be a problem. I can't read Korean motherboards.
Annyeong
So we
haseyo.
should definitely use this one for XP LAN. Challenge.
Oh, that's
Set up
funny.
a motherboard in
What are
Korean.
the odds?
Yes.
This is the first time I've ever seen a motherboard in a different language.
Yeah,
pretty cool.
English is usually the language that there are even in other countries that don't speak English. Well, Hyundai Kia.
Probably turn it off before that CPU gets a little too toasty.
Yeah, let's turn off. Okay, we know it works, but it is Korean, so that is not
Not a problem, just a challenge.
Yeah, yes, exactly.
A slight impediment.
Work will be needed.
You ever wonder if the word speech impediment came from somebody with a speech impediment saying speech impairment,
Oh my god. Oh, you know what? You'll like this. Okay.
or just a Scottish accent.
Okay, so one of my neighbors saw your laser outside and asked me about the car, and I said, "Oh no, it's my brother's. He's got a Chrysler Laser," and he asked if it was Stereon.
No, I wish.
And so he said, "Did you know the controversy about the Stereon?"
I do know why it was called the Starion.
Yeah, yeah.
Not Stereon, Starion.
Yeah, because a Japanese executive said stallion on the phone or something.
Yeah, but he was calling like the Swiss side or
Yeah.
something. So when he said Starion, they just
because that
took it
was
literally because they
yeah.
didn't have the
those weren't North
context.
American, right? Like those.
No, they weren't. They were sold in the United States.
Oh, okay.
They had the in the States they were the Chrysler Conquest. They were the Mitsubishi Starion in Japan, but Conquest Starion, they're the same car.
Yeah.
But I think Starion is just such a cool
They're
name.
super
Until I mean,
nice.
but even before I heard that, I was like, oh, Star Ion, Starion, that sounds so cool.
It's neat.
It is neat. All right, so board is
It's working.
good. All right.
It's rammed aside because we know that's working. Board bag?
Yes. I don't think this one actually had a bag. Dan, don't we also just kind of have like a place where we've been piling
Oh,
up?
you know what? I have fresh bags.
Right.
Yeah, girl.
We have been keeping our anti-static bags because they are. Oh, you just bought brand new ones?
Yeah.
Oh, look at you! I've literally never purchased one of these.
This is the anti-static
They
bag
come up. That
box.
works.
It's literally just a box.
They just-
lid,
yeah.
Used and new.
I
There's
just
also
never-
GP bags in here.
I never throw them out. And when I sell hardware, I often don't give the bag with it because I usually sell it in the box, and sometimes the bag isn't kept with the box. This was a Core 2 Duo?
Yeah, E4700.
Okay. We don't have any post-its handy, right? Or tape?
You know what I was using is I'd cut up a couple of those punch cards earlier, but I'll give you one right here. This we can make. How big of a label do you need?
Well, I just want to write on it what it is.
Okay, so we got.
E4700?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Here on CCC, we make our own notation cards.
I love your tape dispenser. It feels very much like an office.
Isn't it great?
Did you get that from an office?
No, I bought it on Amazon.
What?
When Amazon was still affordable.
Oh, I haven't been buying stuff online. Is it expensive on there too now?
Amazon is awful in my opinion.
Really? So it used to be the place for all the cheap
So
stuff.
much stuff is like basically cheaper at Walmart.
Oof, brick and mortar making a comeback? That's rough. Sorry, brick and motar?
Motar. Old school land.
Yeah, when we used to have LAN parties in the computer lab at Viscount.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we used to play Star Siege Tribes, which was one of the games they had at Wayland this year, but nobody played it.
Oh.
I know. Oh wait, we don't have anything hooked up. All right, next board.
Next board.
Bag 'em and board 'em, boys.
Then we have this random CPUs as well.
Oh, this one has a cooler.
Oh my god.
Disaster.
All right.
There's been an avalanche in the studio, folks.
I spoke too loud. I'm sorry. We have to be very quiet. Do not speak unless absolutely necessary. Oh, look at this. Oh yeah, we don't want that falling.
Yeah.
How are we gonna test that thing?
I was also thinking.
That might actually fall through the floor if it falls.
I mean, it's 120 pounds. Like, that's real. We human beings don't fall through the floor.
Okay. I just
What do
did
we got
more
here?
social shares, so we'll see.
SoCal.
See if that makes a difference.
More SoCal
But
shares.
we've got a great current audience right now of about 8.
We got 2 sticks
Oh,
of
wait.
the DDR
I'm
666.
gonna watch an ad to watch my own stream.
Correct.
1 gig of PC2 6400. Yeah, 555?
Okay, so what board do we have?
Or yeah, 666.
Yeah, so actually similar speeds to what we had on this one.
We have an M4 A7 BL-M.
It's not a very exciting name.
It's only
Oh,
got
it's
2
an Asus.
DIMMs, but
Okay.
that's I feel like small form factor used to only have 2 DIMMs generally.
MATX boards I think still came usually with 4.
All right, so this is a AMD 760G socket. So Athlon 64 to Phenom 2, and Sempron. Runs DDR2. When did this come out?
Because I remember that i5 6400 small form factor one that you gave us last time also only had 2 slots.
Okay.
So I thought maybe that was more common, but I could be incorrect.
I could be too.
I love-
It's been a while.
I love this though. I love those.
The random shade coolers.
Yeah, they're so tall, and you think, ooh, is that like for thermodynamics? Like, no, it just looks really cool.
That's it. Alright, let's plug it in and see what happens.
Yeah, I can't seem to find anything about the release date. What's the chip on this one?
I know it's an AM3. I can't see the CPU. 'cause
Oh,
of the
right,
cooler.
yeah.
And I'm like,
Finally, something with a cooler.
Yeah.
Oh, if this is AM3 and this works, what we should do is we should take the.
Wait, some of these boards run DDR3. Is
We-
this? Oh yeah, this one might actually. Be
This one, no, this one's DDR2.
It is okay.
Yeah.
Dan, the board that we pulled out of the liquid cooled thermal tape, that giant board, where did that end up?
It's still in the thermal take.
No,
Oh, that's a different board?
No, that's a different one.
Okay.
Because we actually pulled it apart and cleaned everything. But I was thinking we should test that board today.
Oh yeah.
And CPU.
I don't know.
The water damage appears to be to the power supply and the GPU.
Okay, that's good. Dish.
At least. That's where I saw water damage.
And it was sitting there a while, so it could have,
Might be one of those.
Oh, AMD FX, that looks about right.
That might be it.
DDR3.
Actually, that is probably it because there's no cooler on it.
That looks.
This is it.
I think this is it.
Looks familiar.
Yeah.
Okay, well, it looks like we probably found another board to test, so that's good.
But I thought that board, I thought that computer came with
Alright, do you want power?
Yep,
RAM,
please.
didn't it? Or was it?
We
2 gig
are
DDR3?
alive.
Yeah, we got an LED.
I have a way to confirm this.
Okay. That's spinning.
She is making noise.
Alright.
So far, nothing.
Yep, DDR3. Okay. Yeah, so
Monitor
this is the
boost.
board.
We know that.
It's starting to be a bit of a trend here.
It's rough. But that's the way she goes. A little hardware.
Okay, so that's an ATI card. Do we want to try an NVIDIA card?
It's just,
Well, we know the card itself works. I don't think.
yeah, I guess it probably wouldn't really
Yeah,
matter.
this one's pretty universal. at
Was
this
it not
point.
onboard video though that we could try?
Try it.
Oh, yeah,
I don't
okay.
think So.
Yeah, well, maybe it's just a dead PCI slot.
Yeah, I think it's more of a dead board because usually when the CPU starts like that, it ramps back down. It wasn't going back
Oh, yeah,
okay.
you're just getting consistent fan spin. Yeah.
Then, yep, we are both.
Unless it's plugged into the wrong thing. No, that's CPU fan. Yeah, I plugged the CPU fan on my XP build into a regular sys fan, and
Yeah, dude.
it's just you start. It's like CPU fan error. I'm like, oh yeah, that's why it's so loud. It's just straight.
Cranked.
Yeah, exactly. The whole time, full speed.
We should pull the RAM out and test
Yeah.
that later. That cooler wouldn't be one that you could use, would it?
Not at the moment.
Like for the Q6600.
Okay, so I'm gonna grab this and I'm gonna just
That's
chuck a
what's
label on it,
specific.
like
Oh,
not.
right, it's AMD. I kept thinking it was Core 2 for some reason.
No out. I'll just say no output for this one.
Oh, Dan, that board right there.
This
Try that one. And we have RAM that we know.
All right. Ooh, this thing's a beauty.
That came out of the Take 10.
Level 10.
Or level 10, the Thermaltake level 10.
It's a 990 FXA.
And this is the RAM that was originally in it.
GD65. Okay.
And we know that RAM all works.
You do? Okay.
Yeah, we tested it in other machines. The
Perfect.
RAM is super cool too.
It is. We got 2x4.
You want to see the original cooler for this? The one that leaked all over everything?
Dominator GT. That's some solid RAM. from
That's
back in the
sweet.
Yeah.
I love that stuff with the heat sinks on
day.
it.
Yeah.
And then we
Oh
had
yeah,
I
this
wish
is
they
the
still
old.
It's even got like just connectors that I'm not sure what for.
Yeah, maybe a sensor for temperatures.
the slot, like the front slots.
I love those
Custom.
those bright old
Yeah.
water cooling systems.
It had a GTX 670 FTW in it, which actually tripped something in the power supply when I tried testing it.
The only thing that make this better would be an overhead cam for the boards, but I
Yeah.
don't think we don't have Droid Cam installed on this, do we? Eh?
I could get it installed while we're doing this.
That wouldn't.
Oh no, but we can't reboot.
And you can't add a device in real
Do
time.
you have another webcam? We could do that. Like Dan, we could do like the thing with Droid Cam is we can do all that, but it requires a reboot.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I
So,
don't have another.
you know what I was
webcam.
saying with that CPU cooler is not really useful right now? It's literally useful right now.
The one from the last one?
yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought when you're like, oh, it's AMD. I thought, oh, I know something AMD.
Bus and no output.
Yeah. This was the one that was found in a restaurant, I believe.
This is the Roswell.
That's the Roswell PSU. Yeah.
It's a nice PSU. I like the light up fan and everything.
Where was this? I don't think there was thermal paste between the two.
Oh my god.
But look at
Yeah.
the
It's dry.
this is dry too.
It's straight up dry.
That's what
There was no paste.
Holy
Should we try it again with paste?
No, that wasn't the problem.
No, yeah.
Or maybe it's just done now as a result.
That's
Yeah.
insane. It's like running a motor
Hold on, but
with
that
no
would
oil.
just fry the CPU though, right?
Maybe.
Like, because part of me is thinking, do we try playing a little bit of swap seas on stuff once we find out things work? I don't know why I'm sitting here rocking in the chair like a
Old man's-
storms are brewing.
Old man yells at clouds.
Hey, why it's Tom's, bro. Shoots.
Something coming down this way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, don't take kindly to folks who don't take kindly around here. Yeah, remember Toots from Clone High? Have you watched the second season yet, either of
I
you?
haven't yet. No.
It's on my Plex.
It's on mine too.
Fair enough. The part that screws me up on it, though, is that if you have the original Clone High on Plex, they don't count as season 1 and season 2. They count
No,
as Clone High
separate
2003 and Clone
Yeah.
High 2023.
Yeah.
A lot of the way Plex differentiates things is production dates.
Yeah.
Like especially with movies that have the same titles and all that.
Man, I definitely thought my 8 terabyte hard drive that I put my Plex on would last longer in terms of like
Oh, you're
before I
funny.
filled it.
I have 4 12 terabytes and 2 8 terabytes going, and I'm looking at upgrades at this point.
I only started mine,
You know what? I'm gonna start cleaning that room.
I would say about 6 months after lockdown started.
Okay.
So like, I definitely thought I'd get a few years. I got like 2.
Where'd those remotes end up?
Well, one TV remote is over there, but what do you want the remotes for?
There's one that I was gonna clean up while we were streaming.
This one has a PCI
remote?
Express
Like the
power
VCR.
on the motherboard.
What? How does that even make sense?
It's usually for overclocking. So you can overclock your video card by just stabilizing the power by grabbing it straight from the PSU.
That's
Oh, is it raining outside? Holy smokes! That's
Yeah.
loud rain.
Well, don't worry. This is a military class.
Oh, is this the military class? Okay,
Fucking
this
is.
made me laugh so hard. We got to show that to the camera. The military class hardware.
It's a little hooked up.
Yeah, well,
No, after after we're done.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when we brought that thing.
I really, really want this to work. I really don't
So
want
do I.
this to all be dead. Do we want to use something that old?
Yeah, it'll still fire up. Old will always fire up.
Okay.
It's new that will have select problems.
You're gonna be restoring a VCR remote
Well,
that somebody just breathed cigarette smoke on directly for 30 years.
looks terrible.
Because it looks like somebody sat there with the TV remote in their hand going. yeah, really. Really, we'll go at it. Yeah, you know what? If these bulldozer CPUs love is tiny little stock fans.
Do you know where the
Is this the
iFixit
power button?
screwdriver is? Is it in the kit or do you know where the kit is?
Yeah, the kit is over there.
Okay.
I might need a quick Google to figure out which one's the.
What's the
power
board
here.
name?
Well, 990
Yeah.
FXA
Okay.
-GD 65 V2.
I used to have a 990 FXA UD3, if I remember correctly.
Oh my god.
So GD65, what was it?
V2.
Okay, good. So I got the right one.
Cleaning up a remote for a VCR. I've gone too far.
I'm just waiting for it to load.
This out.
Okay, what page is that?
Holy, these
Oh,
are
come on.
gross.
Uh,
Come on, you jerk.
oh, those are the.
Snaps.
This is a very like detailed manual, which is great, but yeah, I'm just. And I think right here.
Yeah, that's the one. GFP1. And power switch is on that side. Okay.
Yeah. The bottom left two by the no pin.
Top right, actually.
Oh, whatever. By the dead pin.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, weird. Oh.
Yeah, the orientation looks super weird from that one.
Yeah. I've never like.
Is the power supply on?
Yeah.
Shit.
Nothing.
I'm pretty sure this is just dead out of the box. I don't even see an LED on.
So I have a question. Was that other board the same socket as this board?
Yeah, I think so.
Do we want to take the CPU out of this board and try it in that other board? Oh!
Oh, okay.
Oh my god! I'm so sorry, everybody.
Oh god, this is disgusting.
What's disgusting?
Oh no.
What's up?
That.
How many viewers we got right now, Danny?
We are at 6 right now.
It ramped down.
Oh,
Fucking boots, boys.
hey!
Is it really, did we get video? Yes.
Yeah, we did.
Nice.
Maybe this should just go right back into that case. Because what I have in there right now is what I've been using to test or to try to fix that GTX Titan.
Okay.
And so I just have like an i5 3570 on like a MATX board. So like,
Do we have a keyboard that we can? Let's get the keyboard plugged in here.
oh yeah, we have
got?
we have some keyboard and mouse handy.
What's mini guy? Is there a USB for that or?
That's what we're using to control the stream, and so I guess you should just get the whole keyboard. I don't know why I would have it over here. It's actually. Oh, Dan, is this my old mechanical keyboard? The one that you have out there?
Yeah.
Okay, so just not that it matters, but the S key like double presses half the time. Because I ate too much soup near it. Not even kidding. I brought it here.
Every gamer's problem.
I brought it here to clean it, and I just never cleaned it. I just bought another one. Oh, it's actually not a bad keyboard. I got it for like $50.
All right, we got an AMD FX 8150 8-core CPU.
Really?
Yeah.
No friggin'. You know what we got to do? We got to.
16 gigs total. This
We
thing
got to
would
get
be a
another.
server.
We got to get. Yeah. Well, that's what we're We just got to get another water cooling system for it.
What's the process?
Why? That's good enough.
Is it? I thought these things ran super hot.
Well, if you're for gaming, but if you're just gonna use it as like a little server, it really doesn't ramp up that much.
That's fair. Well, shit. What's the CPU?
8150 8 core.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, 65 degrees Celsius currently. So it's sitting pretty actually.
Sick. That's awesome.
Yeah.
This thing would be a little new to run XP though, right? 8-core XP build. If somebody wants to run
With
it's like
16 gigs of RAM is also funny. But
No,
Windows
there's
XP is
only
32
8 gigs there, right?
16 total.
I thought there were 4 DIMMs of 2.
4 DIMMs of 4.
Are you sure? Because I
Yes.
swear it says it.
16 gigs of RAM.
Okay. All right. I mean, I believe you. It's just
I believe the
it,
motherboard.
Yes, but I swear to God, I remember testing it, being like, "Is this only 4 2-gig DIMMs?" I guess I wonder if maybe whatever I was testing it on was only reading half of them or something.
If it was Windows XP specifically, it would have booted up only 4 gigs.
No, it wasn't Windows
Okay.
XP. We tested them in another. Anyway, that's it. That's great.
Yeah, still sitting around 70 degrees.
It's pretty hot for doing nothing.
Well, it still is an AMD.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much where it'll sit if you start just running stuff off of it.
Holy shit, that's awesome. Yeah.
What year was the motherboard? Do you happen to see that? In the...
Let's take a look. 990 FXA.
Dave, how you doing? You broke the stalemate in the chat. After Jeremy took off for a moment, it was like
Silence.
he took all the other souls with him.
We need those souls.
2011.
Like a soul reaper.
Yeah, it was released in 2011. So,
A lot of 2011 stuff going on today.
man, that's sweet. I did not expect any of this stuff to work at all.
That's killer though. So we've got an 8 thread or an 8 like core?
8 core.
An 8 core bulldozer
8150. I don't know
Oh, okay.
remember what generation.
with
I
16
never really-
gigs of RAM. That's actually super solid. Steve, how you doing? Anything catch on fire yet? Not yet. Actually, you know what? It's funny. In all the years of collecting computers that I've done and testing them and things like that, I've only ever had capacitors blow on me once, and it was with an old PC board like a year ago.
Okay,
And I'm like, that's it? Really?
I
Like,
think maybe we shouldn't run with that little tiny cooler on it though for any extended period of time because this is max operating temperature is 61 degrees.
That's not right. Usually TDP for most CPUs is 100.
What the? 125 watt TDP.
Jeremy, how you doing?
Seems like a lot for that time.
Welcome back.
Yeah, that's up there, but
Okay, so that's
61
why that
degrees.
was water cooled,
makes sense.
because that system probably hauled and got hot quickly.
I'm sure I can get our hands on something even just like Hyper 212.
Yeah, Hyper 212 is the best option.
Okay, so that's a really cool little piece. Let's leave the RAM on there, and
Yeah, the RAM goes with that board now.
yeah, let's
Well, that's the original RAM.
Yep.
let's leave it all as one piece. I'll grab a fresh bag.
No, One Piece. Dan, you watching the Netflix series?
Ooh, I gotta still watch that.
Is that a thing?
Yeah.
What? What's
Live
One
action
Piece?
one piece. There's an anime.
You know One Piece, the
Oh.
anime that has like over 1,000 episodes?
I don't.
Okay. What?
I thought Naruto was the only one with that many.
Bleach
It's
as well.
pronounced Naruto.
Jeremy says you did not eat CPUs from around 2010. Just kidding. Okay.
All right. So that was
They required low temps.
that was
Yeah.
all the bagged motherboards. Now we get to the boxed ones.
Oh my gosh.
There's PCI Express power on the board.
Oh yeah, and here, let me show you the military class, folks. Oh, that's a warm chip. Okay. Look at this, gang. This board is for military servicemen only.
Anybody who knows anything about military procurement knows you don't want military grade anything. Something about, I don't know, fair tenders to the lowest bidder.
Something about people just using the word military to sell things.
I like the HP tamper-proof sticker that's still on this RAM.
Nice.
Sick.
And you want to tamper with it?
Well,
Is this
it'd
from
be nice if they
a?
didn't, so I could tell you what RAM's in here.
Is that likely from like an office machine or something?
Most likely.
Yeah.
The RAM itself is, but the board might also be.
Please don't mess with the RAM or your warranty will be over, man.
It was over before it even started.
Shoo-be-doo-doo-be-doo-doo-ah. If you tamper with RAM, warranties are done. And then your office will be no fun. Your boss says to you, no more taking number 2s. Because your warranty is totally gone.
We got a Pentium E5800.
Your boss
Intel
says...
06.
Okay, wait, hang on. What's the chip?
E5800 Pentium. Not even a Core 2, it's a Pentium.
Okay, the board we just took the stuff off of, the AMD board
Yeah.
that we took the cooler off of. Where's
Right
that at? Right here? This one did not
I
work.
tagged this one saying no output.
Okay, well I just took this off the Thermaltake
Okay.
case. So
All right, so Pentium E5800 base processor base frequency 3.2 gigahertz. This
Not bad.
is part of the. They're calling it the Legacy Intel Pentium collection. Launch date Q4 2010.
2010.
Wow.
It's newer than I thought it was.
And it's a LGA 775 socket. So.
Oh, I think I've ran
This
into
is probably
this.
just like a hella low-end office machine from 2010.
If this is the CPU I think it is, it's a unicorn. You can accidentally overclock it to an insane levels.
Oh,
and
really?
it'll still boot.
Really?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
like 5-something gigahertz.
Well, should we take a look or see what happens?
This was with an. I did this with an EVGA board back in the day. With one. Remember when Nvidia made their own Enforce chipsets? They
man, Enforce takes me.
Yeah, so I took out my Core 2 Duo, was giving my friend this board, and another friend of mine was overclocking just before I swapped the CPUs.
Okay.
And when we put in the new CPU, it took the same settings instead of resetting like their board's supposed to.
Oh.
And it still booted.
Did it work?
I didn't. It was so high in temperature. But it booted.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna have to move this mic a bit because I'm laughing straight into it. So.
Like Homer Simpson.
Okay. All right. Hopefully that's not too bad on audio, but you've got power on this end, so if we want,
let's
yeah,
turn it
sorry,
off.
you gotta plug it in still.
Safety first.
That is
Or
funny.
third,
If we get to an
whichever.
AGP board, let's do a
Yeah, let's do a quick test on those.
cold test on the 1650, and then see, or no, X800. The 1650 is the one that didn't work, right?
Yeah,
Or was it the 800 Pro?
that's a working card.
Okay, the 800 works. The 800 Pro is the one we haven't tested. 1650 was
AGP.
dead. Okay. All right. So, are y'all plugged in?
Yes.
Power is on. That's a dirty looking processor.
All right. Are we putting this in the pile for Steven?
Okay, we're on. No, not yet, because I
I'd
would
probably
like
put a-
to. Some of these I'd like to do a second wave of testing on. Like, I'd like to try like switching out RAM sticks and things like that. Sure. Unless we know something is absolutely like not going to boot. I just want to make sure I've done my due diligence. Okay.
Whoa.
Ready to roll?
Oh.
Jeremy says, I still have an AMD FX8. Oh yeah, FX8350 and a system collecting dust. Yeah. I feel like that FX generation was putting out some really cool stuff at one point in time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
you know, multi-core processors. But I think it felt like it was too early because they all ran so hot and they all, I don't know, it seemed like high maintenance stuff.
Well, I mean, that was
Even if
kind
you-
of AMD's last kick at the can before they finally got it
Yeah.
right with Ryzen.
Like even comparing them to Xeons, you know,
Is it PC on?
you're not getting anything.
Yeah, it's on. Yeah, I'm not getting anything. I just turned it on though.
Oh, it did go on?
It did go on before,
Oh.
and I turned it off to put the video card in. Now it's not turning on.
Is there a board light at all?
No.
Here, I'll turn off, turn on. Maybe it's the rain. What's that from Seinfeld? Enjoy, blame it on the rain.
No, nothing.
Okay, so probably just toast.
We may have just toasted it by accident.
Okay, let's hope the CPU or the GPU is okay.
Yeah. Well, that would have happened before I put the GPU in. So.
Oh, okay. Blame it on the rain. Blame it on Lorraine. Okay. I got nothing. Alright, so this one we'll just say bleh. Or a mystery. Who knows? Something we'll never learn in our time. I'm JK.
I'm just ordering a
not take
Hyper
it out.
212 now.
Yeah, smart.
Yeah, because I want to get that computer up and running.
Okay, so this one, no good. Where'd that Sharpie end up?
On the table.
The Sharpie? Mr. Harper?
Is it not spelling?
Oh, here it is. Under the
Mr. Harper.
No signs of life. Okay.
We've also got this.
Oh, yeah, right. This one might actually be. Let's check it out.
Ooh, Hyper 212.
In that pile. All right, next up. What is in the bin? What remains? Okay, no more boards in the bin.
There's the board in the case underneath it.
Okay. So are we on to the first things with housings?
Guess so.
All right, let's do it. Push that on there. Okay, this ugly little thing. Now this looks like your average Staples purchase or something, possibly. It uses rubber fan grommets, which is neat, but it's got like the purple plastic inside. Is this a Dell?
It
no,
may
it's a
have.
computer.
Dude, that's the funniest joke.
Oh, this is Patrick.
Fucking on this IT group, someone posted a Monopoly edition for Dell. So Dell actually manufactured their own Monopoly edition.
And what does it look like?
I don't know. I need to know.
What's Boardwalk and Park Place?
Alienware,
overpriced garbage.
Oh, I was gonna say like soldered RAM and also Rambus RAM.
Rambus.
And just in case, we soldered your SSD too.
Yeah, we saw Apple do
And
it.
your mother.
We thought we should be allowed to do this too.
Okay, so there is no hard drive hooked up. What is this on the front? Okay, that's the hard drive. Let's plug it in.
Oh yeah, we gotta see if Luke's a hard drive too.
Let's see what secrets lay within.
There's a part of me that wonders if this power supply is functional, but I guess if we
Well,
try
we'll
it
just
first.
say that.
Yeah, we'll just plug this one in if it's not.
Yeah.
Little SATA action.
Seta, your command. Commander Seta.
Okay. Power boot on.
The Radeon X800 Pro. We don't have to keep this around, right? Or was this one good or bad?
That's
that
what
one
we
we
have
haven't
to test if we're
tested.
gonna find an AGP board.
Leave it alone.
Well, the power button might not work, right? Is it connected even?
I don't think so.
Well, here you go. Let me take a look.
Yeah. I don't think the power's plugged in. Damien, do you wanna jump this one?
Oh, you know what's another sweet thing we found in that old Thermaltake level 10 case? The 300 megabit per second PCI Wi-Fi adapter.
Sick. Triple antenna.
Right?
Jeremy says, I've been toying with the idea of running the FX8350 as a NAS. That's not a bad idea.
Yeah.
That's kind of what we're toying around with. I mean, not necessarily with that FX, but maybe now. But
Yeah.
we were thinking about building a server, and that might actually work perfectly.
Well, we were originally going to do it with like an R5 2600 or something like Ryzen, but we don't need that. Also, it might be nice to help heat this place in the winter.
Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. Although
Although the heat is free in this one, which is a sweet deal.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
And
why
running a
hydro
computer,
is so low.
say running a computer will not be.
This one's not butt firing it.
Huh. Here, let's flip her over on this side. Get some light there. Not that there's much more available light.
The fun part is it's not labeled.
It's got 4 sticks of RAM. That's funny.
That's actually pretty fun. With some paint on it?
This is a weird junker. I wonder if the PSU's plugged in. Oh, hang on. No, it's not. It is. Look.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought you plugged all that stuff in. I thought you saw that it was unplugged.
No,
Sorry, I would
only
have said something.
Just the drive. I noticed that the hard drive wasn't plugged in, but yeah, I guess
The rest of it too is
that
somewhat
would probably
important.
do it. And this is a crappy. Do you want to unplug?
You know, this is not bad. With that GTX
it doesn't
1063
have a
gig,
power switch, which is shitty.
like on the stream. Look at that. Our CPU is only at 14%.
Oh, it says FX uses too much power to be a long-term NAS. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fair opinion.
What's going on over there?
Okay. God, what a mess this thing is.
Yeah.
Whatever life it lived formerly, it died without dignity.
Zero dignity. Like, it went with the old choking stroke.
This could have been a senator's son or a president's daughter, you know?
Oh yeah, so this is the graphics card that we took out of that water cooled case, and I don't know if you can see where the coolant left its mark.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, all over that
I'll
corner,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Blurred.
and then on the power supply, it's modular, but right where like the not the CPU, like the motherboard power pin is, you can also see marks like that right on top of
Okay.
that.
Jeez,
Really?
Holy smokes.
Well, she's a junker. Yeah, audio, comp, yeah.
It would be that set of black pins, right?
Yeah.
Let's try one more little dragathon. Just get electrocuted. We have fun.
We like to.
If you haven't been electrocuted, are you even a tech?
You know, surprisingly, I haven't.
Oh yeah, this is just
I definitely have.
totally DOA. Okay,
Oh wait,
power supply was unplugged.
maybe I just haven't been recently.
Let's
I
put a
can
different
log on.
PSU on it.
Yeah, we can try that. Just taking a break.
All good, all good.
Might hit it soon.
Sure. Well, I'm thinking about like, what would work for a like XP rig for you, and like if the Q6600 is about right, we could keep an eye out and find a cooling solution.
Yeah.
Same.
Yeah, I can do the same thing too. Cause like,
Yeah.
Oh, because I have pals at work that I can figure out.
Yeah, the XP LAN I think is gonna be pretty fun.
Oh, that's
like
sweet.
just
What games we can play?
So
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
thinking Counter-Strike 1.6
Okay.
if we have enough people though, but I don't know that we want to have a 10-person LAN.
we
Which
could
is,
play some Warcraft 3, some
Oh,
original
yeah.
StarCraft.
Halo,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Halo.
yeah, yeah.
Battlefield 2.
Star Siege Tribes.
BF2 for sure.
I have it on. I actually have it on Steam. Somehow.
If people want, we could go even older and do like a little bit of like Quake 3 and Unreal Tournament and stuff.
Well, we have those
we're gonna have to
Tribes
get
2
like
files
the
now.
old versions of some of these games though, because the like Windows XP won't let you connect to certain websites. Like it's the OS itself is blocked from the rest of the internet at this point.
Yeah, that makes sense.
This thing might just be totally dead.
Yeah.
Thinking, yeah. Windows 10 actually is being end of life for the first half of it next year.
Really?
What do you mean the first half?
So like the first half of updates. So 22H1s or H2 is going to be the last major update, and that's the supported one. Anything before that's going end of life.
I'm actually gonna have to upgrade, aren't I?
Yeah, me too. It's
fine. Windows 11's fine. I don't know why anyone's against it.
Oh, is 11 good?
11's fine.
You know, I always wait on new Windows updates because there's always a little grace period where they're like, yeah, and
Well, I
then they
remember-
fix all the bugs and then it's good.
Well, I remember Ryzen processors were having a little bit of performance issues on it because of scheduling or something like that.
It's not. It turns out it's not the OS that's the problem for these issues that are happening, because it's happening with Intel too. It's the way they made the CPUs.
Well, I mean, the thing is that, like, for me, it's all functioning fine on Windows 10. That's my hesitancy, right?
Yeah, fair enough.
try this gal.
No, but it's a hardware problem with like the latest gen CPUs where they're having a stuttering issue, but it's not Windows 11 itself. Even if you install Windows 10, these issues still come up.
Oh, weird.
I have a 13th gen 13700K, and I was having these issues. I narrowed it down to the motherboard. Even RMA'd the motherboard, same issues came up. Changed motherboards to a different brand, to Gigabyte from Asus,
Yeah.
and the issues went away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Huh. I've always had Asus motherboards.
So
not,
have I.
Yeah, like, not because I've, like, got any loyalty to them, but it's just been, like, when I've been looking for motherboards, usually that was met the price to what I wanted.
Yeah. And of the three ITX motherboards for 13th gen, it was the most expensive. You'd figure it'd be the most stable for around that.
Oh, we got
Hey,
beeps.
We got beeps. That sounds like RAM beeps. Oh, 3
It's like-
dead.
5. 5.
Four.
5 slow, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. 5 slow.
Wait, does this case have a side to it?
This one's totally here.
Oh, this is a different computer, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
This one is present and accounted for. It's got a little handle. Well, there's no RAM in it.
That'll do
Well,
it.
that might do it.
5 slow beeps, no RAM, folks. You heard it here.
That was a pretty good guess for being a RAM issue, though.
Jeremy says Windows 11 is a bit invasive, IMO.
Nah, that's what you do.
I use an Android phone. At this point, I think I need to stop pretending like I've got a high horse to sit on when it comes to people leeching my data.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter what OS you're using. Your data's getting leached.
Okay, so this thing I'm just going to put to the side. I think it's probably safe enough to say we got to throw some sticks of RAM
Oh, why don't
in.
we just throw some RAM in it?
Well, do you want to? Okay.
Well, why not?
I don't know what is it. Do you want to look up the board?
Let's just
I can
look
tell
at
you.
it.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I'm gonna guess DDR3, but
I'm gonna guess DDR2.
This
Yeah?
looks like this.
Yeah.
2?
Oh, this is one of these kind of things.
Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so we have the one good stick of DDR2, and then
Yeah.
we've got these two that are untested, right?
Product of China, made in China.
So use that stick right there, and then if that works, then we try these.
Okay. Perfect.
I like the loose case fan. That's always reassuring.
Yeah, it just hangs out.
You know what's the worst thing in the world?
Play Nintendo.
The,
Cock.
the absolute worst
Not
like
DDR2.
feeling is like, you know that sensation when you're screwing in a case fan
This, yeah, it's DDR2.
for the first time with a fan screw, like one of those really wide ones that makes that gross metallic.
It was DDR3.
But it was 3.
It's 3. Yeah.
Okay. We are in the presence of a lady.
Nobody knows what it means, but it's provocative. Gets the people going.
This is still Transcona at best. We got 4 gigs. That's
Jaywalk, welcome back.
respectable 4 gigs.
Says there are better $0 options for long term. However, FX is a great option for a budget Hackintosh. Actually, that would be
That's
a
true.
really good build.
Let's do that.
Wait, AMD Hackintosh?
Yeah. Wait, no. You have to do Intel.
I thought so,
Yeah.
too.
Jaywalk seems to have other opinions.
Because Intel, the reason you could do Hackintoshes is because they ran
Intel.
were written on Intel hardware.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Got some juice?
Okay, or, and hear me out on this one, and this is a total guess, is AMD possible because it doesn't have, like, it doesn't work with whatever software
starts.
locks?
Oh yeah. Okay, that's just a loud
Oh.
post.
The system memory size is different from last startup.
That's fine.
F1.
Yeah.
Hit F1.
Stir la soup de pois.
Speaking of F1, check out Stasis channel, Fiends, where the F1 never ends.
Yeah.
Fiends.
Yeah, if you want to
F1 ENDS.
Yeah, there's no hard drive.
Okay, well that works though. That's good.
Sick.
Let's make it in the BIOS. Let's see what CPU's got.
Okay.
So we got DDR3. Gotta know what chip. Control delete.
Really?
Yeah. And then delete. Or F1. Potentially F2.
Oh right, you want to be F1 because.
It's like leave me alone.
Okay. Let's see.
Damien, teach us the ways.
It's hit all the buttons. That's the ways.
This is how we do it.
Not F1
behind
though,
the
because
scenes.
F1 was the key to get past whatever the crap was.
Well, it's doing a memory test.
Well, we definitely set that off.
Okay, we don't need a memory test. We just put that memory in for.
Am I sure?
Neck a little bit.
For S's and giggles.
No.
He says nope. Dell.
F2.
BIOS is F2. Yeah.
It's HP.
Okay, Jaywalk. What do you think about AMD Hackintosh? Help us fill in the blanks here on this one, because we thought that was Intel only.
Do we want to just shove a SSD in it?
So this.
So I got a 32 gig with with an unupdatable install on it.
Okay, that's not what I want.
I don't think it would hurt. Give these remote uses a quick scrub and rinse.
Hey, we got it.
Oh no, did I take it out?
What we got here? Ooh, we get an i5 2500 in this thing.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's sick.
Not bad. Not bad. All right.
That's something.
Okay, you know, I was a little bit worried this haul was going to end up being a bunch of actual
Just
e-waste.
garbage.
Yeah, because $300 is what we spent on.
Yeah.
Well, we also got that like
Portion was looking
ammo
decent,
box
yeah.
case. It's even got the ammo box little metal handles on the top.
I was looking at those when I was a kid. I almost purchased one.
Yeah,
Okay, so if that one's good, should we move on to the next?
absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Stack, you want to grab the other small form factor?
Sure.
I got it.
Let's try that.
This thing has allegedly an i5 in it. And looking at it, you know what? I'm going to guess we got possibly a 3rd or 4th gen with that sticker.
Good job. I love when the light stays on after.
Yes,
Yeah, it's like, you know, after a beheading when it's like it blinks once or twice. It's just like. Ooh.
Oh, there's a...
You know what this Acer? This reminds us. Or Dan, does this little Acer one remind you of the one that Mom has?
A little bit.
Or is it more like the one that Dad has? They both have these crummy little Acer like.
knockoffs.
Yeah.
You're like another Staples special.
Oh, look at this! Taped to the inside. i5 2550 8GB DDR3. No, that is not true. 240 watt PSU.
Let's see.
Somebody had this
Not that much,
taped to the.
Oh,
But actually, now that I think about
that's
it,
the other one.
no, this was taped to the inside of the.
That's one we tested before, right?
Yeah. I just realized
There we
that
go.
I may want to take the stick of RAM out.
Interesting.
But nothing?
No, it started, but I couldn't control delete. Yeah, F12. Oh. Those things get dangerous.
I just pinched my own finger.
Okay. Yes. Oh, I didn't plug the keyboard in. That would help.
Yeah, maybe. Oh yeah, I can't control delete. I wonder why. You know, there is a part of me that thinks that, like... Are you familiar with the original generation of Fiat 500 Abarth?
Kind of. I had a Dodge Dart 2013 with the turbo
Yeah.
manual, so it had close to the same performance.
I'm talking about like the one from the 1950s or 60s.
I don't
So
know.
the original Fiat 500, the engine was in the back. It was a motorcycle engine and it had a little engine hatch.
Mhm.
And Abarth, when they tuned,
You could guess 3300.
yeah.
Third gen.
Nice, thirst gem. Well, so
It really was.
when they tuned up the engine, they couldn't stop it from overheating unless that
It
tail
keeps
panel
around
was
sitting
just open.
Yeah.
So they actually, the bodywork, they actually melded it so that like you couldn't close it. How fun would it be to Frankenstein up something like this, where like it has to stay open with everything all?
Well, so if you'd have to, like, get rid of. Oh, wait, actually, you can take this out. That's perfect. Get rid of this because then you can have a video card sitting out of it.
Yeah. And then like if we wanted to, we could move some of this stuff up. I don't know. I think it would be fun to have something like that where like you
Like cut the slots in the case here and have it sticking out.
yeah, like a hood scoop almost,
Yeah,
or not
yeah.
not a scoop, but like a cutout. Like yeah. All right, because I think that would be a lot of fun. And the
That'd be
iPhone
funny.
2550 is competent enough that if you put in a halfway decent graphics card.
Yeah, I can do some damage. And then having like the CPU cooler sticking out too.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think
And
that's what I
actually,
want to
you're
do.
limited on the video card because it can only go up to slot.
Yeah.
Actually, you'd have
Unless
to
we use a riser.
take this. Well, this doesn't have to be here. Hey, more room.
Well, you know what? Here, let's keep it all together. Yeah, that could be fun. Mind you, the power supply that's in it is going to be limiting, but
Yeah, the Acer works too.
sweet.
So you can do the same thing with this one. Actually, this one's better too to do it with.
Yeah, 3300 is better than a 2550.
Oh yeah. Well, it's a newer gen i5.
Yeah, I just thought that like when you go up and down the product stack a little bit, like with what are they like the 5 whatever, like the i5 5 series instead of the i5 3 or whatever.
So it's NVIDIA works like this too. It's usually a 20% increase from previous generation, and then the i5 or the i7 of previous generation will kind of perform on par or slightly worse than the i5 of the next generation.
Really? Because I thought,
Yeah.
for some reason, I thought that there was just like that period of time where we just weren't getting those gains, like.
There was a good period of time for that.
But it
'cause-
wasn't second and third gen.
No, so
Oh,
it was
okay.
like fourth gen was like the cutoff of where there was gains, and then up until like 8th gen there was no gains.
That's what I'm thinking of. Because I remember like looking at like 6th or 7th generation. You're like, there's like 3% gains or whatever.
Yeah, my next CPU after 4th gen was 9600K. That's where I saw it starting to be worth it to actually switch because they started doing 6 cores on the CPUs on the 8th gen.
Yeah, I've got a 7600K in my medium machine that's like 4.8 gigahertz overclock. But I remember like looking at it versus 6 and whatever, like it just, there was so little difference, there was no point, but it was just, I bought it used right before computer prices went.
Yeah.
What was the story on this guy?
It works.
So it's
That's i5 3330.
All right, so let's check these guys. Maybe just back over here for now.
Yeah, so we were talking about what would be fun to do for build with that. Would be like, you cut out the space for the card to poke out, like when you got
Like
a
a hot
cutout
rod.
on a hood.
Okay, so I'm thinking let's test this ammo case one.
Okay.
There's nothing in the ammo case.
Oh, there isn't? Okay, so then last thing let's do then, because we're basically at the end here.
Do you want to do the server?
Let's turn this thing on and then see what happens.
The 286?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to look at that server?
Oh, well, we could look at the server too. I'd love
But
to.
I mean,
yeah.
yeah.
It might take all 3 of us to lift it.
Yeah.
Oh, it will.
It's a heavy one.
That would be the safest way to do it.
We can look at that old one too if you want, though. That would be neat, I think.
286, okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Including
grab.
the CRT monitor.
We probably should, yeah. Or maybe we don't need to actually. Is it? It's probably just VGA.
Hey, what's going on?
So we're doing the 286 now? I'll start
Yeah.
clearing stuff off
I'll
the...
just say.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so this was the neat case that I thought also had a machine in it. But this is pretty cool.
Yeah, so just on Kennedy's.
This will be good for a build eventually, but it's got lots of clips on the top, like an ammo case.
Yeah.
I'll let you know when I'm done here.
That'll be for the gravy seal build.
Yeah, sounds good. Just
Okay, do you want to grab the small one's fine. Great. Oh, actually, you know what? I think I got it.
Or here. Can you hold this monitor? Just so it doesn't fall. Yeah. This.
It's perfect timing. We're parking in 10 minutes.
Nice. Oh. Okay. Oh, we don't actually need the monitor. I think this will be fine.
Yeah.
Ah, the
You
monitor's
could've
part of
installed-
it.
yeah,
Come
we
on.
got it.
Let's test it. Let's test it. Let's test it.
Because if you're getting a Windows XP land, we need to.
This is probably.
Well, this is, Dan used this back in the XP era,
that.
I think. This monitor, your Flashron, because this is your first LCD, right?
I use that probably, yeah, just the tail end of XP. But I know we used a what was it? I have one of them still. What's it called? Oh, KDS flat screen.
I haven't even heard of that. I know a lot of ViewSonics were popular.
Okay,
ViewSonic
Zach,
is,
do
I
you want to
think,
grab
what I
that
had.
keyboard and mouse?
That was one with little birds on it, right?
Um,
this?
yeah.
Oh, this is the privacy, isn't it?
Well, that's yeah, like a little.
That-
dimmer
oh,
screen.
that's
The
why,
monitor
'cause it's
turns
all-
on. The monitor works.
Good. Excellent. No, it's excellent.
I like the big front. There's a front panel switch on this thing for the power. Like just a huge switch.
Is it a switch, like a toggle?
Yeah. it's
Oh
a
my
full
god,
toggle.
amazing. Okay, we're almost free. Come on, you.
Yeah,
piece
you gotta
of
put the
crap.
privacy filter on so nobody can look over your shoulder.
There we go.
It's running like through the cable. It's an authentic experience, folks.
It really is.
I love how the power supply takes up everything on the top of the case.
Back in the day.
This barrel plug is ridiculous how far in you have to go.
Never mind the mouse connector being a serial.
What? That's amazing.
Oh yeah,
My favorite
This
part of
is-
serial.
this is gonna
that
be really old.
If you
One of the screws taken out of the case.
if you don't start with it plugged in, you can't plug it in afterwards.
Yes,
that is
yeah,
correct.
Yeah.
Favorite part.
Same with like ADB and all that.
You know,
with Apple.
I still feel like that's the case and always plug my keyboard and mouse in before I turn a computer
Always.
on. I just have that like fear in me.
Okay, are we ready? Everything's got power.
Yeah, I turned on the mouse to the monitor.
Okay, Damien, you are the guest. Would you like to do the honors? Oh yeah.
Watch
Sick.
it.
Oh,
Fastest
wow.
boot yet. Oh my
Well,
god,
listen to
was
that
fast?
sound.
Put the privacy screen on then.
Is that an angry hard drive?
No, that's a fan, I think.
That's a fan, yeah. Them bearings are a little
Oh,
drusty.
what do we got here?
Oh, songs like this, I wish I didn't get my nose fixed.
Okay,
Oh,
Oh, grandma.
standard CMOS BIOS features.
I think whoever was smoking on that
Just gonna
remote,
exit without
this
saving,
is
I
their
guess.
this is their
Exit
computer.
without saving.
Yeah.
All the way on the right.
That boot time, like, you gotta see this. This is great.
Yeah.
It's still, yeah, it's still working on stream.
How's this?
Look at that boot time.
How's this?
The post time
Work. Yeah, that's
Copyright
impressive.
1998.
She's talented. Look how much memory we got. 300.
Oh, no IDE.
3,000 kilobytes. Or megabytes, maybe. Disk boot failure. Insert system disk.
It's got a 5 1/4 floppy.
This, you know what? This probably has to boot directly off like an OS disk. Oh, it does have a drive on it. I thought it was like an optical.
Nothing in it. No gems.
Well,
We even got 5 1/4 floppy.
she needs some work, but this was truly a media master at one point with access to not just floppies of
Turbo
3.5
button.
and 5
Oh.
1/4, but Optimus got turbo.
We're missing.
This is post time.
One of the feeds should be there. They're both there. One just broke off.
Bam.
Yeah.
It's like a solid state drive.
Well, I think
Better.
Like, whoa, we should
find the
test
other
it.
one, eh? Yeah, it's gonna be like right here.
Wonder, is there a way you can convert SSD all the way up to NVMe? Or convert to
Yeah, karate always tempted me.
If you want to make a video doing
Okay.
that, I'm down.
Let's
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Is that
You
not
mean-
just like a murder
wow,
most foul?
that reeks. Okay, let's turn this off.
Okay. Before she
And then
croaks.
let's try that server and call it a day.
Yeah.
Like dinosaur air in there.
Man, that is no good. Oh look, this is a serial adapter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Amazing.
I almost want to claim this thing. What does XP land just for its beauty?
Yeah, you think you can get XP running on it?
Absolutely.
It's got an optical you can at least try and install.
I like your
I
attitude.
even know the key that I'd use.
Oh my god, look at the keyboard plug. So good. So
I
good.
gotta show the audience this one.
Oopsie daisy.
Like the keyboard's got its own cutout in the back that you gotta go in
Yeah.
depth into the
It's
case.
one of these big ones, along with our serial mouse.
I can't find that other foot. We should make sure we keep an eye out for it.
Yeah, it should be around here somewhere.
Yeah, well, we're not going to find it immediately, but like, if you see it, let's just make sure it makes its way back.
What, sir?
Just something like, if you see another thing that looks
Okay.
like this, it's what mounts this little privacy screen.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so, the big one.
Okay, so how to carry this? I'm gonna flip it like this way.
Yep.
And then just someone has to grab the back.
Okay, these might even be power supplies for it.
Yeah. So if you want to grab that side actually.
Okay.
And then we'll lift it together. Hold on one second.
It's not bad with two, if I remember correctly.
My finger just popped.
Oh, jeez. All right.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Good.
Oh no, there's already power supplies in the back.
Get a drive count here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 146 gig 10K SAS drives.
So we got this from a missile silo.
Okay, so do we have to plug in both of these power supplies?
No, they're just redundancy.
Oh, okay.
It'll give you like a error on the other power supply not being plugged in was not a problem.
Do we want to
Oh,
peek
okay.
into this thing first?
I kind of do.
Yeah, let's have a look.
How do you open this? Might be
It
the
might
other
just,
side.
there's a screw on this side and probably one on the other. Just to
It
pop the
is
top
upside
off.
down. All right.
Okay, I will go. Okay, and
The weight cannot possibly be understated.
Okay, finger underneath, ready?
Yeah. Oh, there.
I think it might
Wow.
have been right side up before.
No.
Just because we got a lid
wow.
on the bottom here, right?
and the warning
That
signs
might
are all
be, yeah.
upside down. All right, here, let me do the.
Let's
the-
roll her one more time.
Okay, I got it.
And then I think the lid is just 2 screws.
Yeah.
For
Gotta
give
move
you
the
that
mic
one.
there.
Okay. I got it.
What we should
on
be
top
doing
as well.
when we're
Look at
tipping it
this.
over is making sure it tips slightly over the edge so we can do our hands like that. But
Okay. So we got
Maybe
some
we
on
don't
the
tip it
sides
over.
and some on the top. So I want to get the top ones.
yeah, the guy said this is a 2 terabyte storage server. I'm like, okay. I don't know why you keep saying 2 terabyte like it's at all relevant.
From many years ago.
Well, what if it's all
14
these drives
yeah, it
make
is.
2 terabytes total?
It is.
Oh man, that would be amazing.
I think that is what's going on, isn't it? 'Cause
14 times
look, each of
146
these
Yeah, but-
gigs.
should pull out. Yeah, here it is. Look.
Oh, those aren't even SAS.
IBM storage.
Those are scuzzies.
146.
Oh no, it says SAS. It's got an adapter.
Yo, it's French Satisfactory.
Hello, hello. How you doing, French?
That game's amazing. Have you guys played Satisfactory?
No.
It's a factory building game, like Factorio, but 3D. It is.
No, I've heard really good things about it, but I've not actually played it myself. Okay, one more screw here. These are the longer ones, I think. Here, just check it on this side. Okay, here. All right, that should. Oh no, wait, one more.
You know, Damien, you should have just given us money. We could have custom made you the colored ones when we went to LPX.
That's all good.
They
I
were
bought
more
this one like when
expensive
it
there.
first got announced.
Yeah, I was
Oh,
really
that's a big one in the
seriously
back.
considering it, but I have like a full iFixit toolkit and just can't justify spending money on another
Yeah,
screwdriver
fair.
right now. But if I didn't have my toolkit, I would have one of those for
Oh
sure.
my god.
Holy moly.
What the fuck is this?
IBM, baby. Got a little rust starting.
Holy.
Well, it was outside when we picked it up.
is this? That wasn't even plugged in.
What is that?
Power supply.
Nope, this is a control board.
Oh.
I think these little things lock.
Yeah, they're expansion
Add in
boards. So
place.
this is a storage ASIC.
There's a guy in Winnipeg with a bunch of 18 terabyte SCSI drives.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. That'd be
Holy
nice.
smokes.
That'd be a nice black server.
lot.
Why would
Yeah,
you
but
want
how much
SCSI?
power would this thing use?
They're just fast drives. So usually they're server grade and 10K or 15K instead of
Oh.
7,200 RPM.
See, I always think about SCSI as just being old.
They are, but the drives are fast.
Well, this could be a good find. The guy literally, after I'd already bought everything, said, "You want this?" And I was just like, "Sure."
This thing would almost certainly be a power hog, though, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Well, we're not going to run this as a.
No.
But like, this might be the sort of thing where if it works, awesome. And if it
It's
doesn't,
neat. We could do something funky with it.
But
like
if
we
it
could-
doesn't work, then
Yeah.
we should probably.
There's two
part it
backup
out.
things here,
Locked
right?
in.
Like the power supplies.
Oh yeah.
These ones look pretty new.
Once that's locked in, that's locked in. Oh, there we go.
What? That's not a server. HBA. What's that?
HBA.
I don't know.
Jaywalk. You gotta define your terms.
Tell us what you want.
I'm looking up HBA. Honors Business Administration degree. I don't think so. No, a host bus adapter.
That's usually on a raid card.
Connect
Yeah.
that to the server for mass storage.
Yeah, basically, it's not the server itself. It's literally just storage.
Oh, no wonder this thing is so. You know what would make this thing a lot less heavy? Would be to take the drives out.
I would, yeah.
Yeah, I think maybe I'll do that just for like safety.
Transportation.
Yeah, well, man, I almost pulled stuff in my back the first time I picked that up. Like,
I saw the veins in my arms when I picked it up. I've never seen those before.
you're not juicing.
No.
You're not going for a very vascular look. Oh man, it's the most disgusting thing when people talk about like bodybuilding or whatever. They talk about like vascularity. I'm like, why does anybody want this? Like the only time I want to see veins is if you're literally being drawn in a cartoon, and the point of the veins is to convey frustration or something.
You want to see those veins vibrate.
Yeah, I just want you to be so dehydrated that your skin is pulled taut.
Okay, well, do you think this is just storage though, right? So this
Yeah,
won't actually
storage.
boot to anything. All right, well then that solves the mystery.
I was thinking just what we do before we transport this is we just pull the drives out, then we put it on the ground, then I'll put them back in. Because lowering this thing is so much more dangerous than raising it.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta.
But also, you know, maybe we just part it out. Because what are we going to do with it?
Yeah.
Like 2 terabytes of...
It's old stuff. Like, it's not
Yeah.
useful even to anyone else.
Holy shit, each one is heavy.
The big one down here. Jaywalk says bring it over. There.
Bring it over, hook it up, and I'll test it. Yeah, you want to come pick it up?
Man, some of these are not going in, eh? Yeah, that's so rough.
Yeah. 10,000 RPM.
That's what I'm saying. They're fast.
Sick. I've never actually had a 10,000 RPM drive.
Yeah, that one.
But then you've still got tons of SCSI computers, right?
I think the threads are dead on these.
It's possible.
What's that?
You have a bunch of SCSI computers, right?
I do actually, yeah.
Maybe we should just, like, would these even be functional in an older SCSI
Could
hard
you format
drive?
that for an old Apple, possibly? SCSI, yeah. That'd be neat.
It's not going in. Whatever.
Pocket parts.
Yeah.
Or do they go in here?
No. It's supposed to be these two. For some reason, they just don't want to connect.
Well, this is all bent,
Is it? No.
as I
Where?
recall.
Let's see.
Well, I remember seeing it when it was being screwed down. There was, like, it was bowing up on this side. So
Well, that's what we screwed the sides in for to bring it down. Alright. I think I'm gonna.
wow, this is still obscenely heavy.
Yeah.
All right, you want to give me oh, smart. Okay, where do we want to put this?
There's a computer behind you.
Oh yeah, we should go around.
That was almost an even bigger disaster than the first time.
Oh my God, somebody would have a broken ankle for sure. Sure, bud.
This like that
Here,
mass storage would
keep
have gone
it
through the
up.
TV.
Yeah, I was gonna offer to just like let me go into a deep squat there and then just drop the bottom.
Okie doke. Well, gents, let's do a quick little sign off here.
Yeah, well,
All right, gang. Well, thank you so much for tuning in today. This was a lot of fun. We got to test some neat stuff. Stace and I maybe got our money's worth.
Some of them booted at least.
That guy was asking way too much initially, I'll tell you that much. But anyway, things worked out good in the end. We had some working machines, a couple machines, which will be usable in...
we also have a couple
Legit
graphics
modern
cards we
builds.
didn't test that were in that box.
Oh, did we?
So yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, there's some more
Okay.
stuff there, too. No
But,
worries.
the latest generation we got up to was 3rd gen, I believe, too.
For Gen i5.
Yeah, 3rd gen i5. That's
That's
the
not
highest
bad.
we've got in the pile.
At least it's not first gen or like 0 gen or whatever.
Yeah.
And once
The i5 900.
It was unfortunately the Acer PC.
and then when one of us comes up with a cooler for a Q6600, then we'll get you
Let me
building
know.
your XP LAN build.
And then we got 2 terabytes of SCSI storage. Anyway, once again, thank you so much for checking us out. We have a Patreon if you want. That's probably in the description, though I'm not too sure at this point, but it will be in the end. And then also, don't forget to like and subscribe. Be sure to like and subscribe. I almost said them both the same
Don't
time.
be sure to like and subscribe.
Anyway, have a great weekend. We are out of here.
Where's the wireless
Once we
keyboard?
find the wireless keyboard, then we're out of
We
here.
are live until then.
I don't know where it is.
See you later. Thanks for coming by.
All right, later, David.
Toodaloo.
Okay, where is this keyboard at?
Yeah, that.
It's always good when you do a full sign off and then you don't know where your keyboard's at.
There it is.
All right, nice.
All right. And we won't be
You
cutting
should just use that.
See you later, dude.
You should
Jesse.
use that now as like go credits rolling around. You guys looking for the keyboard.
Yeah.
Just going
It's
forward.
like a 20-minute live stream of where is that? Where did I put this?
Yeah,
Now I have to move the chat window to stop the stream.
All right. See
All right. Later. That was